How are you? I saw your roof.
That's bad.
Can we replace it?
I don't know, can you?
Get in. We've got something pretty cool to do today.
Oh yeah.
We are gonna go ahead and scope out some properties for a project I've wanted to do for a really long time. No, it looks like this one's a rental. Oh, I don't know what I'm gonna say. Well, there's a car in the driveway. That's kind of a bummer. I really wanted to do something with this house. Well, I have a handful of others that I've marked down on a map, so let's go check those. Super frustrating. This one's owned by an LLC. This is gonna be harder than I thought. This is actually kind of disappointing. I am a landlord, and I try my best not to be a slumlord, and I feel like the basic rule, like the number one thing, is to provide a roof over somebody's head, not something that's barely holding on. Well, I guess it is the middle of the day. Where are my retired ladies at? Oh, DreamWorks. Whoa.
Hi, can I help you?
Hi. Do you own this place by chance?
No.
No? Oh, are you renting it?
Yeah.
Okay. Never mind. Totally irrelevant then.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
No problem.
There's another one up here. It's a little bit bigger, but it definitely needs a new roof, like really bad. It's this green one right here.
This green one?
Yeah.
Bro, this is my grandma's house.
No, it's not. I've dropped you off at your grandma's house. This ain't.
No. This is my dad's mom on my dad's side.
No, it's not. Are you
No, I'm dead ass. This is my grandma's on my dad's side. This is my grandma Lori.
Like, you're not messing with me.
No, okay. So I'm being very, very serious. This is my grandma's. It's my dad's mom.
Okay. Well, they definitely need a roof.
Yes. I'll show the house now.
Oh my gosh, he's home. You can't even make this
can't
up.
Make that up. Marty just pulled in.
Oh my god.
Oh my goodness.
Oh.
What now?
Dude, I'm gonna keep it rolling. Just keep it rolling.
Okay.
Hang on. Hey, you don't have the mic. I got the mic. Howdy, sir. How are you? I was just we've been driving by, looking at different houses. I saw your roof.
That's bad.
Can we replace it?
I don't know, can you?
I can't, but I can pay somebody to do it. No. I'm serious. No, I'm dead serious. I've got a guy that can do it, and we've got the dumpsters for the business. We basically have been looking for a project to do for weeks. We're going to do a couple this year, and it's just something on our list.
What kind of price you looking at?
No, free. We will take care of it. You won't pay for it.
I find that hard to believe.
I know. I can imagine you do. No, I've been knocking on door to door. You're the first person that I've gotten contact. Do you own the house?
Yeah.
You do own the house?
Yeah.
Yeah, let me,
Well, give me your card and let me call you.
I can do that. I'm not going to be the one that puts it on, though. I'm going to partner with the guys at B Dry Roofing, Jordan. Mm-hmm. They'll put it on. I'm just going to provide them the dumpster, and then from there, they'll do the work. We both have sat down, talked about what we were going to do. I gave them a list of houses to go look at. This was one of them.
I know Jeff real well.
Do you?
I should ask him.
Yeah, you can ask him. You can call him. I just talked to him about a half hour ago. You can ask him.
That would be awesome.
Really?
Yeah.
All right. What color do you like? No, I'm dead serious. What color do you want? What is that, green?
Yeah, it's green.
Okay. Let me talk to Jeff, make sure. I don't want to get everybody's hopes up perfect. I want to make sure we can make it happen.
Right.
Talk to him, because I mean, we're going to pay for it. I mean, he's donating time too and everything, but I had a list of people, and this was one of them.
Sounds good to me.
All right. The only thing we would probably need is I'd have to get a dumpster in your driveway one day, and we got to get the material and wait for a couple clear days, and obviously make sure that Jeff's got the time.
Right.
But we'll be in touch.
Okay.
All right. Rolling operations.
Rolling operations.
Yep.
Okay.
On the side of the truck. So, I mean, we're real.
Okay.
I'll get in touch with you.
Okay.
Dude, he didn't know who I was. Are you? Dude, he didn't know who I was. Hang on. I know. Dude, just.
I don't want to look over
I
there.
know, don't look at him. Don't look. Hold that. Hold that mic.
I'm holding this.
Okay. Does he know who you work for? I mean, obviously he doesn't seem to.
I don't think he does. I've only told
And
my...
that's.
What?
Does he know who you work for? That mic's on.
Oh, I know. I'm flustered.
Dude, you're like so flustered.
Because I didn't know this was really what you were going to do. You
Dude,
just walked out.
He rolled up like we were sitting outside his house.
So I don't know if he does, but I mean, my grandma's asked me a couple times, but I just don't know if it like sits with them and like they'll remember that exactly.
Dude, he didn't.
You know, but I do. I don't know because like I say like I work for like a dumpster business or something. So
Dude, he did not believe me one bit.
well, I mean, yeah, and most people usually don't believe someone's gonna do something for them.
Yeah, he didn't believe me one bit at all.
Yeah.
Let's go call the roofing company and see what we can make happen.
Okay. All right.
Okay, let's address the elephant in the room. I got put in an awkward spot there. Most of you guys are never going to believe that just coincidentally happened. Keegan wasn't a part of me going around town for weeks picking all these houses, and I had no way of knowing that his grandmother lived here. And at the end of the day, I could have sat there, and I was close, and I could have said, Keegan, we're not going to do this house because, well, your grandma lives here and nobody will ever believe that this was random. But at the end of the day, as Marty rolled up, he pulled in his driveway. I feel like I made the right choice because I had the choice of either saying, no, we're not going to do it, or it doesn't make a difference. He's still part of this community. Let's make it happen. And Keegan's been grinding for me for years. So at the end of the day, he's practically family at this point. He's out running, getting a different truck right now. So what we're going to do is we're going to go inside. We're going to go see what it takes to get a new roof on that house. All right, so I drug Kyle into this so he could be my cameraman and maybe walk me through what else I might need for the project.
I'm a huge roofer, right? So
yeah, I think you've replaced a few.
We're gonna head into Home Depot, see if maybe we can get a little discount, you know, help out the community. We'll see what happens.
Kyle's my connection. I'm using him right now. It's fine. No, wait a second.
Well, yeah, you had the right option.
Yeah,
Open the wallet first.
Open the wallet first. This is Matt. Matt is somebody that we like to refer to as a cool guy. He also watches our YouTube channel, so we're going to use that to beg him to give us a discount on camera. No pressure.
Please, 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 please.
Exactly how much you need.
25 square, and then there's a list of other Too many group chats.
You thought you would have had this figured out before you came in the building.
Hey man, it's kind of a fire drill.
Oh my God! Okay, it's happening. Everybody stay calm. What's the procedure, everyone?
All right, here's what I know I need.
Lord.
Yep. Yeah, we can do that.
All right.
Thank you, sir.
Give me your money.
I'll give you my money. Okay, it's happening. Shout out to Home Depot. Really appreciate working with us on the price for that because it was expensive, but it could have been way worse. So shout out to Matt over at Home Depot for hooking us up a little bit. At this point, I just gave Keegan a ring. I let him know, hey, we're ready to pick this material up. So he's headed back from the shop. He had to break away for the day to do a couple dumpster drops, but he should be able to grab the truck, meet me over here. We're gonna get that thing loaded up. Just like that, there he is.
What's up, dude?
What's up, my guy?
Did you already buy it all?
Yeah, man, they're picking it all out inside the store and they're gonna bring it out here. We're just gonna get it loaded up.
Perfect timing, dude.
Yeah, I'd say so. Put the plywood in the back of that. We just stack it up next to it when we get there.
Yeah.
Look at them, look at them watching. They're like, oh, it's gonna go everywhere. I think I've done it once or twice, right? Yeah. You were nervous. Thanks again, boys. Oh, all that wood's in there. I still gotta get that out. This is for all you guys that don't think your dumpsters can roll downhill.
A dumpster barreled down Pine Street in Pittston, landing on South Main Street.
Marty rolled up. He doesn't want a picture of us, but he wants a picture of all the trucks in his driveway.
Truck is a looker, and everyone seems to love that. So.
I think so too. I think there's some tarps, nails. So they're doing a full tear off. They'll have a machine where they, you know, they lift up.
One layer on there.
That's what we hope. There's no woodies, are there? Any like the wood shake?
Nope.
Okay, perfect. As long as there's one layer, it's gonna be easy for them. They're gonna go up there. I don't know if you've ever seen the machine they use. They've got the
yeah, the lift.
The lift, yep. Yeah. And they're gonna fill it. They'll drive it right here. They'll dump it in.
Yep.
Once they're done, they'll get it felted, and then they'll get the new shingles on, and we'll come back for this. And then I'll talk to him about the rubber roof in the back, but I think he has it all calculated in.
Okay.
Yep.
Sounds great.
Not what you were expecting when we walked up, huh?
No.
You were definitely skeptical when he first showed up. I was trying to sit in the truck and hide my face. I was like, I can't remember if they even know where I work. Surely it doesn't sit with them. Like, I usually just say work for a dumpster business or something like that.
We'll get out of here.
Oh, okay.
And like I said, see you Thursday.
Sounds good.
All right, it's all you. Yeah. Early morning. If I know anything about roofers, they like to start before that sun's right over top of them. So we'll see if we can meet them over there. Looks like we showed up just in time. I love this little contraption they have. Look who decided to show up. Oh my gosh, a fleet of them. They've got every rig here. Don't mess around, do you?
No.
Brought the whole fleet.
Yeah, we're gonna roll in and roll out.
I love it.
It's gonna look really good.
Jordan,
Hey.
nice to see you.
Yes,
Thank you
sir.
guys again.
How you doing today? Hi, Jeff.
Hey, this is Marty.
Oh, Marty.
Marty said he used to deliver for you?
Deliver my shingles.
Yeah, really?
Yeah.
Small world. It's the crazy thing about Quincy. There's too many connections here.
300 to 500 roofs he's probably delivered.
Really?
I think, and for me,
That's awesome.
well, man, to load that many roofs and to get a free roof out of the deal, can't beat that. Yeah.
I love it. One thing's for sure, this roof has been absolutely cooked on one side of it. You can see how one side of the roof seems to get significantly more sun, where you see all those shingles curling. And after talking to Marty, the homeowner, we've noticed that there are definitely some spots that have leaked in the past, especially underneath some of the valley that wasn't laid just right. And on this flat roof, it could be problematic, but we really won't know until we start tearing into it. But either way, our goal is to get all of this stuff off, get the nice felt underneath, and hopefully all of that wood underneath of it is in decent shape. We don't have any major surprises or major rot that we have to take care of, because that will definitely increase the price of this project. I'm absolutely willing to do it, but at the end of the day, we want this to go as smooth as possible. The shingles are curling worse than I've ever seen. I was talking to Jeff. Jeff said that.
So they're organic shingles, and they're made to decompose. So in the 90s, they started making them organic, so that way they didn't take up a bunch of space in the landfills. So they actually decomposed on the roof rather than,
Kind of backfired in a way, huh?
Backfired on them.
I mean, he definitely got the life out of them, though. I mean, that and a little bit more. Let's see what these guys are into. This house in particular, I knew was going to be one of the hardest ones on my list because of the pitch. It was also one of the bigger ones. But I know the homeowner said this back here was leaking a little bit, so hopefully we get all that taken care of. These guys do not mess around. Definitely have to break out the ropes and safety for that front part. That pitch is steep. one thing I'm not gonna do is stand here and get in their way. So I'm staying on the back side of the roof while they're really working on the front. It's incredibly impressive to watch these guys work. I drop dumpsters off for them all the time, and sometimes 2 in one day. I'm dropping off in the morning for one house, after lunch for the next. Incredibly impressive. And honestly, super professional too, because I deliver for a lot of roofing companies in town. And not all of them are necessarily as professional, taking certain precautions to protect the neighbors, making sure to like leave a clean work environment, you know, being courteous of the property itself. I love their advertising too. They put this up at almost every house they do. Rufus is their mascot. So how long do you think it'll take them?
I'll be looking good at the end of the day. Maybe a little bit tomorrow, but if rain moves in, we'll just have to push it hard and we'll get it done today.
Yeah, I was a little nervous about seeing that rain in the forecast.
Yeah, it's just the way it goes. Anytime you tear off a roof, the rain always shows up.
Always.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, just being up there watching these guys, well, I don't want to be in their way, but that's just insanely impressive.
Yeah, they're hard workers.
They really are.
First roof I was ever on and had shingles delivered, Marty was our delivery driver.
That's awesome, man. It's such a small world, and that's what kind of cracks me up, because like what I told you guys, you know, Marty and Keegan's grandma are together. That's just small town. You have no idea who you're gonna run into, and it's amazing how connected this little town is.
Yep. When I woke up today, I didn't imagine we was going to be at Marty's house.
Yeah, exactly. We didn't go green because that was actually special order, but we got some green texture to it, or some green flake. So this is kind of like a gray, it's almost like a gray brown green. I don't even know how to explain it, but I think it's gonna look significantly better than what was on the roof before. Time will tell though, and I didn't just pick him. I asked Marty if he was okay with, you know, something of that nature, and he was definitely open to the idea. I was told this man is the hammer working master. According to the guys here, he'll do this, you know, 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. He'll just keep that thing going. I'm really happy to see that all this plywood looks like it's in pretty decent shape. I think one of my biggest fears was we were going to be replacing quite a bit of it. Hopefully all that luck continues on this backside here. We'll find out in due time. So do either of you guys see any potential you know, problems that might come up? I mean, obviously you guys evaluate these all the time. So far, I mean, that wood looks nice, which makes me happy, but anything on here that you're a little nervous about?
Not at all. The decking looks really good. The last free roof giveaway we gave away to a customer, they had no sheeting at all, so we had to resheet the whole house. So
and you didn't realize that obviously until you tore it off,
no,
right?
They hit it very well.
Yeah.
No, we're very happy to see plywood in one layer.
One layer is, that makes me happy.
That's right.
And you even were talking about how the rubber in the back looked better than you thought too.
Yeah, no, it did. It did for sure. You really, of course, we just drove by so the guy didn't see us.
Yeah.
You know, and of course, we didn't get up on the roof, but no.
Yeah, that's a risk that I was willing to take, you know, but I knew that it could definitely be problematic if we didn't get a closer look.
Right.
But I'm glad to see everything looks nicer.
And he didn't have any vents. It didn't have any venting on there.
There's not a single, oh yeah, you're right.
So that's why the roof really burned up as well.
Oh.
So when we leave here, we'll have about 6 to 8 vents on there.
Okay.
Where that heat's getting out of that roof.
Yeah, that makes way more sense.
That makes it where the longevity of the roof comes from.
So it basically just cooked itself.
Yep, it burned it up.
Oh, wow. So it looks like we've got a couple guys on the front, a couple guys already starting on the back. I mean, we've only been here, you know, about an hour, maybe 2, and they're hammering it out. It's incredible. Actually, I've just checked. I might have been here for almost an hour, but they've been here about 45 minutes. One of my favorite parts about working with B-Dry is they can evenly distribute all the weight in the dumpster. When guys throw shingles straight into the dumpster, one thing that ends up happening is you end up with a huge mound of shingles either in the front or the rear, or if they end up loading it with wheelbarrows, kind of the same thing happens. With this, you know, he put that first load here, he'll put another load up front, and then they'll put another one in the rear, and I have a nice evenly balanced dumpster, so when it's getting picked up and when it's going down the road, it's significantly easier to handle. And having worked with B-Dry several times, I always know that my dumpsters are going to be respected and filled properly. And needless to say, there's some other companies in town where it's a free-for-all. Whatever I roll up to, it could be a huge surprise and ends up being my problem to take care of. It's perfect. He's going to squeeze that thing right on the other side of the flatbed. It's like I knew. No, I really didn't. I just got really lucky. He's going to make it work though. Perfect. Okay, some of you might be watching this going, you know, this is really cool if it's legit, but how are you doing this? But really, I think this is a great opportunity to shout out two of our biggest sponsors for the channel. You guys have followed a while, you've already heard about them, but Matt Corporation, they're the same company that builds us this flatbed roll-off that we use for moving our equipment, moving material. They've been a huge support for the channel. They've helped us with a lot of our equipment, and of course, the yellow dumpster that sits on the back of Betty White is all thanks to them as well. If you ever need a dumpster, I highly suggest reaching out to Raider Hobbs out in Indiana. Matt Corporation is an incredible company, great group of guys. Take a look at the description below and you can even see how you might be able to save 5% when you go through them for any of your dumpster needs. And then of course there's Docket, one of our biggest sponsors for the channel. And thanks to them, I'm able to step away, take a look at my phone, coordinate with Keegan, who's out driving right now, getting some of our dumpsters delivered. I can see that he's already dropped off one and he's on his way to pick up another. And thanks to them, we're able to do stuff like this while also still managing the business, the contracts, the payroll, getting the dumpsters paid for as they're ordered online. Incredible things that I wasn't doing before. So thanks to them for always thinking of us and making sure that we can do stuff like this for the community while also still able to manage our business. If you're in the dumpster business, make sure to go ahead and take a look in the description, figure out how you can actually use Docket in your business to level it up. And if you use our link, you can also make sure to save over $600 in startup fees. So even though this was a big idea I've wanted to do for a long time, I'm absolutely not made of money. So one of my biggest fears was we were going to start tearing into this and we were going to find out that all of this decking underneath needed to be replaced. Luckily, that doesn't seem to be the case. A lot of this is actually in way better shape than I ever expected. So from here, we're just going to keep tearing off, keep moving forward, and we'll start getting all that felt on top of it. That way, from there, we can make sure this is watertight before any type of rain shows up that might be in the forecast. And at the pace these guys are going, I honestly think we're going to have most of the shingles completely on here. And if anything, they might just be cleaning up in the dark a little bit. I messed up. I don't have any drip edge. I knew I was going to forget something. Luckily, I think there's a wood mark right down the road, so I don't have to drive all the way across town. Okay, this place is super convenient because it was only about 3 minutes down the road instead of like 15 minutes to the other side of town. Okay, they said pull around the door too. Package is secured. I truly do not want these guys waiting on me for anything. All right, package delivered.
Gotta have edging man to have a roof.
I know. I forgot one of the most important things.
Yeah. No worries.
Box of drip edge is kind of expensive. One box, like over 300 bucks. But it's crucial because it's gonna go on before the tarp and before, you know, that ice and water shield that we use here in the Midwest. The number one thing we want to make sure we have done here today is making sure all of this ice and water shield along with the tarping or that synthetic tarp is laid down, because there is a little bit of chance of rain in the forecast later the day. So for whatever reason, all the shingles weren't able to get on here or something held the project up because they found something, we definitely need to make sure the place is watertight before we leave. The last thing we ever want is for it to start dumping rain and it starts getting in on that bare wood. So these guys should have everything they need from me at this point, and I've got a little lunch meeting with somebody, so I'm gonna break away for now. I'm no help to them right now. So hopefully when we get back, they've made crazy progress and we'll check in. So it can't go perfect. I got a call from Jordan while I was at lunch, and apparently the fascia boards are toast on this back portion of the house. So we're gonna replace those as well. I'm meeting them out there so I can swipe a card for the material. But It wasn't going to be perfect. I knew we'd have some things, especially since we didn't really evaluate the roof closely. We did a drive-by and, you know, we knew we might run into some problems, but we're going to take care of them. I think Jordan has a better connection here than I do. So we ended up needing to get a few rolls of this. This is for the rubber roof, right? We already knew that needed to be done.
Yeah, so we took the rubber off, and of course he's had rotten there for, I would say the last 10 years it's been rotted.
Where that fascia is on the front?
The whole fascia is about 35 feet is going to have to be replaced.
Okay.
And so we'll install new tail rafters, 2x4s, you know, he needs about 4 of them.
Mm-hmm.
And then we'll install the fascia board. And he'll be all good to go for the next 30 years. It'll be the last roof he ever needs.
Well, that's what I like to hear. All right, let's go get those. Oh my goodness. Good juju. We're good. Well, that was a nice little surprise, but it is what it is. Whatever it takes. Okay, we're gonna get all this loaded up in the truck. We're gonna get back to that house, get it finished. Okay guys, here's the big ask. If you've made it this far in the video, I really hope you enjoy the content that we put out, especially if you're a longtime follower. But I've noticed in looking at the analytics that only 25% of the people who watch my videos are subscribed to the channel. We want to do more projects like this, we truly do. So if you could, hit that subscribe button when you get a chance, like the video, and share it with somebody you know. Spread the love. We've got a lot of big ideas, but we need to keep growing if we're gonna keep doing them. Coming back from lunch, I mean, super impressive to see that these guys are already laying shingles up in the front. And you move your way to the back, you see all that felt paper is on, all that ice and water shield is put down. And you've got a couple guys getting some of the old valleys out, while other guys are measuring out and laying chalk lines so they can get those shingles nice and straight. It's just super impressive to see. And then you've got all that decking in the back that needs to be redone, and some of those 2x4s that need to be replaced because that's where all that wood rot was. And once we've got all that new rubber will get put down, and it's gonna start to look absolutely beautiful. Oh, I've said it already, but these dudes are just killing it. Take a look what they got. I'm most happy to know that this is all gonna get redone because apparently they actually had barrels underneath of here to catch some of the rainwater on really bad days. So knowing this is nice and tight just makes me happy. Makes the whole project worth it. Still some 2x4 and decking to replace. This will probably be one of the last things they do since this is where all the rubber will be done. But that shingled part of the roof, I mean, it's coming together. Look at all that. You got all this overlapped in the valley. This side is, I think, the only side really left to kind of figure out. Then, I mean, that steep, crazy bit right there, it's already almost done. And that backside over there is done. So a bunch of ridge cap left and they're wrapping up. I think we asked the right crew to take care of this today. I need to get out of these guys' way. So I stepped away for about 30 minutes. All this might be going on, but I still have dad duties to take care of. So I made sure to go do a quick errand real quick, pick up my daughter, and look at that. They're already almost done. All the shingles are on, looks like they're on to the rear. Just getting those little details in now. Can't be a whole lot of help, but one thing we can do is we know how to play cleanup, don't we? Yeah? Why don't you go ahead, use that magnet. Oh, I see one. I see one, you ready? You ready? Hold it like this. Oh, boop. We got it. See any more? Let's go, there's one over there. Come on. Whoa, boom. See that? He's a cutie. We'll go over there. Okay, we can go look over there. So right as we're wrapping up, they're getting that last bit of decking done in the back and they're gonna start rolling that rubber. We noticed we have quite a bit of shingles left. We knew we were gonna have some shingles left because we did a quick drive-by in order to get an idea of how many square we were gonna need. But we got quite a bit left. I was told this little shed right here leaks like crazy, so what we're gonna do It's not necessarily going to be pretty, but we're going to toss another layer on top of there. That way it at least keeps the thing dry. We've got the shingles, we've got the time, so we're going to use it. We'll still have some to return back to Home Depot, but you know, the roofers gave me a good point. They're like, we're here, we can do it. You know, it won't be super pretty, but it'll keep everything on the inside dry. And I said, well, shoot, let's do it. What do you think of that thing? Did Daddy need one of those? I think Daddy needs one of those. I don't know why, but I want one. I'm not kidding though when I say there might be 3 different tarps on top of that thing. I wouldn't normally do this, but I think it's the right thing to do in this case. That's resourceful. That's an old Menards banner. Kept it watertight for a while. You got your pretzels? I steal one. Mama, you got her? All right, I love you. Bye, girl. Thanks for hanging out. Yep, that decking ain't great. But once we get some felt on it and some shingles, it'll at least stay dry for a while. That looks way better. Look at that. Got to make sure it's tucked under all that flashing too. That flashing is pretty shot though, so more than anything, that's probably all going to get replaced. Okay, so we're going to be cleaning up here until about dark. Quite a few nails to get, a lot of debris to pick up off the ground. But here's the deal. One thing I promised Marty from the beginning was I wasn't going to have the camera in his face. It could have been anybody, there just happened to be some mutual connections. So I'm not going to go over here asking him what he thinks and all that stuff. I can tell he's incredibly grateful. The man has been just smiling ear to ear, and he's been super appreciative of everything, and he's been trying his best to see what he can do to help at any point in the day. He didn't ask for us to do this. He didn't expect us to do this. And he sure didn't believe we were going to do it until we showed up this morning. But I'll tell you what, I'm glad he's the one we did it for. But we'll move on to the next one. I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure to like, subscribe, and follow, guys. And maybe just stay tuned for what we do next.